Have you ever been on a sales call and felt awkward and uncomfortable? Whether you were the one selling or being sold to, you wanted to end the call, and it was only your decency as a person that you didn't just hang up on them. It was uncomfortable. And ever since then, you have an aversion of selling or being sold to. The truth is, most Americans feel this way. They don't want to be sold to, and they don't want to do the selling. So I'm going to share with you 3 phases of selling and how we can actually make it enjoyable for you and your prospect. Because this is the secret to success in your business. If you're not making sales, you will not have a business. So let's dive in and see how we can change this to awkward to enjoyable. I want you to look back into the worst sell experience you've ever had. I can bet you whether you or the person that was selling to you was being forceful. They were being pushy and they were trying to force you into making a decision. And all you wanted to do was to run out of there. You didn't want to do it. And occasionally people say yes to this just to get the person off their back. Now, I recommend never using this tactic. Being pushy, you're never going to get the right clients. And if you do, they're going to resent you for pushing them into it. So if you ever feel pushy, know that you are not in the right space. You are not going to have success. But I also will tell you on the other side, if you know what this looks like and you know that you don't have to be in the pushy, forceful sales category, you can stay out of it and you can actually enjoy sales, because sales doesn't have to feel like that. You don't have to feel pushy and salesy. You can just serve. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. Serving, which is on the other side of forceful. So there are 2 phases of selling that I do recommend. One is emotional selling and the other one is analytical selling. Some people only use one or the other. The problem is if you just analytical sell, sometimes it's not enough energy to get your prospect to say yes. It makes sense with their head, but they're like, I don't know. If you just do emotionally and they emotionally buy your thing, a lot of the times they back out because they really don't know what it's going to really look like in their life. And they ask for refunds, or they don't stay with your program the whole way, or they don't, there's so many problems that happen because it was just an emotional buy. The secret is when you combine both of those, so they're emotionally bought in and they're analytically bought in, and they understand how your process is going to work for them. They're going to be better clients for you in the long run. They're going to have less asking for their money back, and it's going to be better for both of you. As humans, we are emotional beings. If we don't feel emotion about something, we're not going to move. You have to be able to understand what your product does for your prospect emotionally. What pain are they experiencing that your product is the solution? Some people mess up in marketing the most because they feel like if they just offer happiness for their client, they're going to take them up on it. Now, the truth is we're 10 times more likely to buy something if it takes us out of pain rather than if it takes us to pleasure. So remember, while you're going through your emotional selling, you have to have pain, bring up their pain, and then talk about that solution to their pain. And then they will get to the place where they want to buy your thing. It also is key to relate to your client. If they say, I just don't have time for this, say, totally get you. I spent years of my life thinking I didn't have time for this until I discovered this solution. And you go into how you solve that. It's all about relating and bringing it back to your own experiences. You're not trying to change their mind. You're trying to open them to new ways of thinking about the problem. Analytical selling is where you go through step-by-step processes that are going to get you to an end result. This is really key because if they don't know what your step-by-step process is, when they start to experience doubt in themselves, they know if you have a good process, I'll just do that. That's how I solve this problem. And it makes them less fearful to buy because there's less questions, especially if they can see themselves being able to do all the things, then they're more likely to buy. While some people just focus on the emotional, I feel good about it, it's important to have emotional and analytical. This makes sense. This is good for me. This will work for me. If they can be in that phase and feel good about it, you have winner. And if you're a coach, this is really good because you don't want to sell someone into your program that just bought emotionally and that really is invested. It's no fun to get refund requests, and it's no fun to coach people that don't actually want to change their life, that aren't really going to follow the protocol. Those people are not fun. Even if you make money from them, I prefer not to deal with clients like that. So if you do both, you're going to get a higher value quality client for yourself that is going to be more enjoyable to serve. If you'd like to go deeper in what these sales processes look like for you, and if you're needing help finding leads and making offers, please click on the link below. I have made some amazing free resources just for you, and I'm excited to share them. Now, the secret to sales is service. If you approach every call as a service to that person to help them believe in themselves and take action to make their lives better, it will no longer feel draining and sleazy and dirty. It will feel like you are doing your calling. You're helping your people and you're making a difference in someone's life. And it will no longer feel like soul-sucking work that you have to do. It'll be fun. It'll be something you look forward to. You will be excited when someone new signs up because you'll be able to meet someone new, help them see that belief in themselves and move forward. And whether they buy your thing or not won't matter so much as helping them move forward. And the crazy thing, if you do it right, you'll actually have more sales because you won't be so hungry for the sell. You'll be okay. And you need that if you want to make the sell. You can't be hungry for the sell. So if you want to change the way you sell, I have some extra goodies for you. I will link in the comments below because I love you guys and I want you to be able to sell and enjoy it. Have it be part of the process. It's actually became one of my favorite parts of coaching, that first coaching session where I sell them on themselves. And that is fun. And I believe that you guys can make it fun for yourself as long as we stay out of the forceful and we just stay in the logical and emotional. Everything's gonna be okay. And know you can do it. I'm so excited for you to start loving yourselves. I will see you next time. Goodbye.